Finally, back here in Glen Rose is a wonderful place just off 67 called Tres Rios, and in fact, a restaurant you won't believe called Taylor's Turn and Burn.
Well, the restaurant was built by Taylor Simpson's mom and dad. Well, not literally. They had it built for her, and then they themed it after her barrel racing success.
It's a really cool and interesting story. Taylor Simpson is only 12 years old, and she's already a national finalist in barrel racing. Let's take a look. You would not know it to look at her. She appears to be an average 12-year-old girl, but Taylor Simpson is no average 12-year-old. She rides, not a motorcycle like me, but horses in barrel racing. In fact, she is a national finalist. How'd you get started in barrel racing?
Well, my dad's whole side of the family has been doing stuff with horses, and the main thing that they've done is barrel racing, so that's how I got it.
What's the most exciting part of barrel racing?
Well, the most exciting part is when you come out of the alleyway after your run is finished, and you know if you had a good run and you did what you came in there to do. When I'm out there on my horses, going through my mind is doing good, having a nice clean pattern, and the speed will come. Just have straight lines and good barrels.
Now, when you're racing, how many barrels are there do you go around in?
3.
What pattern?
You're around 3 barrels.
They're in a straight line?
No, they're like, there's one here, and there's the second barrel's here, and then there's one in the back.
Okay, so it's like a triangle.
Kinda, yeah.
All right, now tell me about your horse.
My horse is a racetrack horse. He's 11, and he did 350 yards on the track.
After their little girl's huge success in the arena, they decided to build a family eatery that could serve the folks at Tres Rios and the general public, and to share their daughter's success.
My mom said that it had to have something. It had to have Taylor's name in it. My dad said that it had to have something to do with barrel racing, so we just put those two together.
I can't tell you how, there's no words to tell you how proud I am of her.
Barrel racing did not come easy for Taylor. When Taylor was 6 years old, she nearly died from injuries she received from a horse riding accident.
She was 6, and we were running in an arena that they don't have an alleyway from the barrel pattern into the warm-up arena to shut your horse down when you're coming out of your pattern. And the girls back there warming up were not paying attention to the person coming out. And at that time, she had just run the fastest pattern she had ever run, and she was trying to shut her horse down and running through the girls that were warming up, and one walked in front of her horse and he shot to the right, which shot her about 2 o'clock in the saddle, and she smashed her face into the steel I-beam as they went past it, and she spun a 360 and landed about 30 feet away, face down in the dirt, and she was lifeless when my husband got to her, and her nose was smashed flat, her skull was fractured from here to here, and teeth were all knocked loose.
Despite the near-death experience, she still rides today.
We just couldn't keep her off the horse after that, and we knew if she went through that and still wanted to ride, that it was what she was destined to do.
I get to tell my story, and it's really cool. I love to do it, and there's nothing really that can stop me.
For 3 years now, the Turn and Burn has been very successful. They offer a great variety of food, from burgers, pizza, steak, and prime rib, but their specialty is lasagna.
It's home cooked, and it's really, really good.
My dad's family's from Sicily, so we have a great red sauce recipe, and everything's from scratch.
The atmosphere is great, and you can see all of the photos of Taylor in action. Taylor's not just the star of the restaurant, but she waits tables and cleans, and helps run the restaurant with her mother. She talks with the customers and makes them feel right at home.
She's a PR person, so she does a lot of visiting with customers more than anything, but she does help in the restaurant.
My future is to be a world champion at this sport, and I want to be a veterinarian too.
Thank you for the interview. You did a really good job. I'm gonna go check out the food.
Okay.
Taylor, thanks for letting us drop by to tell your story.
And thank you for watching this edition of Texas Two-Wheeling. We hope you'll join us the next time.
And by the way, that was Brian Burns at the top of our show with his version of our theme song. Once again, before we go, one of Texas' top performing songwriters. Here's Brian Burns with the Texas Two-Wheeling version of I've Been Everywhere.
I've traveled every road in this here land. I've been everywhere, man. I've been everywhere, man. I've crossed the deserts bare, man. Breathe the mountain air, man. Travel, I've had my share, man. I've been everywhere. I've been to Waco, Hyco, Hondo, Navasota, Winsburg, Jacksboro, Hillsboro, Santa Rosa, Austin, Houston, Galveston, Texarkana, Frisco, Buffalo, Conroe, Corsicana, Goliad, Groesbeck, Glen, Rose, Red Oak, Post Oak, Live Oak, Lone Oak, no joke. I've been everywhere, man. I've been everywhere, man. I've crossed the deserts bare, man. Breathe the mountain air, man. Wind blowing in my hair, man. I've been everywhere. I've been to Krugerville, Pflugerville, Van Horn, Val Verde, Bracketville, Bartonville, Beeville, Bull Verde, Bear Creek, Cedar Creek, Mill Creek, Mineola, May, Pearl, Monaghan, Telephone, Tuscola, Redwater, Round Rock, Round Top, Round Lake, Sour Lake, South Lake, Spring Lake. For Pete's sake, I've been everywhere, man. I've been everywhere, man. I've crossed the deserts bare, man. Breathe the mountain air, man. Drove my tires bare, man. I've been everywhere. I've been to Greenville, Gatesville, Gainesville, Alameda, Kerrville, Kellyville, Bastrop, Benavida, Somerville, Smithville, Stephenville, Prairie View, looking back Longview, Plainview, Adelaide, Justin Junction, Panorama, Pasadena, Angelina, Ann Arena. See what I mean? I've been everywhere, man. I've been everywhere, man. Cross the deserts bare, man. Breathe the mountain air, man. Lots of wear and tear, man. I've been everywhere. Now let me see, I've been to Valley Mills, Pine Mills, Dime Box, Nuggetville, New Home, New Hope, New Deal, Liberty Hill, Rockport, Rock Creek, Bridgeport, Brownwood, Cleveland, Comanche, Cut and Shoot, Cottonwood, Bayview, Bayside, Baytown, Bay City, Fall City, Center City, Bridge City, Water Pity. I've been everywhere, man. I've been everywhere, man. Cross the deserts bare, man. Breathe the mountain air, man. Travel, I've had my share, man. I've been everywhere. Yeah, when it comes to traveling, Texas friends, I've been everywhere.